Hey, I'm here with Jordan from Accuracy Solutions. Now, what do they do? It's good that you asked. Inside this tube are these carbon fiber rods. But what do you use them for, Jordan?
Suppressor bore alignment. So when you purchase a new suppressor and you mount it on the barrel or the adapter, you want to be able to verify that you're concentric. So we have a concentricity chart here. That's the end of our rod, and that's what it would look like if it was out of spec. And you could possibly have a baffle strike or worse damage to your suppressor.
So I actually have one of these rods. Didn't know they were going to be here, but I had bought a Banish 30 Gold, my first suppressor, and I bought this rod prior to actually getting that, because one of the biggest things I hear about people dealing with suppressors is they'll disassemble their suppressor and you can see nicks or warped baffles that have been struck by bullets because that wasn't aligned appropriately. With this, you know you're having alignment perfect every single time you install your suppressor.
That's correct. You want me to show them how?
Please.
How we do it? Okay. So at the end of the barrel, I have one in here there, and you can see. So the way you would use this is you mount your suppressor to your firearm, and then our alignment rods are all laser engraved. So it has the caliber. If you have more than one, you can tell which is which, because the small calibers all look the same. And then you slide that in the end of the barrel. Right, the best what we prefer is flush with the end, just like that. And now you can see that you've got a concentric circle around the barrel between the suppressor and it's basically mimicking the bullet flight path. And you're good to go.
Well, and considering the cost of your suppressors, now some companies give you a lifetime guarantee on that suppressor, and that's fantastic. A lot of companies don't. So you've spent time with your, paying for your suppressor. You have to wait on your tax stamp, and that's an extra $200. Now what happens if you don't have it on perfectly and the bullet strikes a baffle and starts tearing up the inside? Well, if they have a lifetime warranty, that's great, but now you have that time of that suppressor going to them to be evaluated, be repaired. They don't normally replace because each has a serial number on it, and then they can send it back to you. Now, what's worse is if you hit the tip and run through a bunch of baffles and you've made it unusable, now you're in a world of hurt. And if they don't warranty bullet strikes, you're out well over $1,000 and you got to start over. Make the investment in this tool. Now, what is the price point on these?
These are $49.99 regular. Today they're 20% off, and tomorrow they're 20% off.
That is fantastic. Key factor, invest under $50 to make sure that you have your suppressor on perfect every single time, or risk over $1,000 to replace your suppressor, or the loss of time sending it back, having it repaired, and then sent back to you, only to repeat the problem again.
One other thing that I'd like to mention is hunting. People that hunt, they're out in the woods, they're in the snow, they fall down, they fall on their gun sometimes. You don't know if it's bent or not. You put all your body weight on the rifle and the suppressor's against something, you don't know. Or if you think you might have damaged it, you can always put it back in and check it on high-powered hunting rifles.
Yep, where you're really going to do the damage. So right then and there, small investment with a great way of assurance that your bullet path is perfectly clear.
That's correct.
Thank you, Jordan. I appreciate your time.
You're welcome. Thank you.